Hello and welcome to Talk a Good Game. It's West Ham United 3, Brighton and Hove Albion 3. Gonzo, let's just skip to the end. What are you thinking?
I can't believe that we capitulated in such a way. We went down for half time, everything seemed absolutely fine, we were all in a good mood, enjoying a bite to eat and something to drink. I think we all thought we were going back up into that stadium it was 2-0 at the time. I thought we were all going to watch 4-5-0, something like that. I don't know. Clearly the Brighton manager had something to say at half time. Clearly our manager had nothing to say at half time. Or, I don't know, maybe he just gave them all Valium or something like that. Because what happened in the second half came out, we conceded straight away. And then this infection, this virus, seemed to infect the whole team, which is nervousness. And quite frankly, we were lucky to get out with a draw.
It's not good enough. When you're down the bottom, you need a bit of luck. And today we got two massively deflected goals in our favour. We got that. You have to capitalise on that. You have to take that and say, thank you very much. We're going to move on now from this. We literally put the ball in the back of our net twice. We literally scored for them twice. And it's not good enough. The first half, I thought we played well. I thought we were ahead at half-time, deservedly so. I was impressed with what I saw. I was happy with what I saw. I saw a game plan, I saw tactics, I saw players in the right positions, I saw players playing well in the right positions. I thought Souček came in and was like, he'd been here for a month, 2 months. You could not tell he was a new signing. If you said to me, who's the new signing, I would not have picked Souček. He slotted in perfectly. I thought we looked dangerous at set pieces. I was happy. Come up at half-time thinking, we're 2-0 up now. And this is where, as much as I don't like David Moyes, at half-time I was thinking, Moyes will know how to keep a 2-goal lead. We're 2-0 up now. Moyes will know how to see out the win here. We conceded within, 2 minutes of the restart. Okay, that's got nothing to do with the manager. It's bad luck, it's bad communication, whatever you want to call it. Fabianski and Ogbonna go for it, ends up in the back of the net. Brighton now get a lifeline. We've had ours with the first goal with Snodgrass' deflected goal. Now they've got theirs. But we get another one. Snodgrass makes it 3-1. I'm thinking right now, just see the game out, keep possession, kill the game. I thought Brighton were time wasting at 0-0. I kept saying to you, they're happy with 0-0 because they know it pushes us down there. We've got Man City and Liverpool away. They know that. They're thinking, you just stay down there and we'll be all right. I thought we needed to do that in the second half. 3-1 up. I thought, now it's our turn. Time waste. Pass. Just tire them out. Play boring football. We literally put it in the back of our net. I'm calmed down now. I was furious at half-time and for the last 10 minutes of that game.
Yeah, I wasn't furious at half time. I was furious directly after.
Yeah.
I mean, I think from I can't remember the exact minute, but I think from 70 odd minutes or something, we lost all momentum in that game.
When Antonio came off.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't really know, and it's strange because we're sat here doing a video. I'm not entirely sure how we analysed that game because we seemed to be in control. It's almost like the Brighton resurgence was a complete surprise to David Moyes. A complete surprise to our team. The fact that they might come out in the second half and try and win the game was a complete surprise to everybody. So you mentioned Diop. In particular, Diop was clearly thinking, hold on, what the hell is going on here? I'm glad you mentioned a new boy, Souček, because we should mention him because as we go on in this review, we're going to clearly mention everything that's wrong. I thought he was prepared to run beyond the attackers. I thought he was prepared to play a pass early. Often plays a pass with his first touch, which is something we've lacked for a little while. Maybe we've taken a little bit too long in the build-up. You're quite right, he did look into the manner born. However, all that was undone. The two deflected goals from Snodgrass. Obviously, we've got to say Diop scored out our first goal as well. But all that was undone by just terrible defending. I can't help but wonder, should we drop Declan Rice back into defence or something like that? Now we have another midfielder. Something needs to be done. Does Balbuena come back in and replace Diop? Because actually, there were a couple of imperfections, but did Ogbonna do an awful lot wrong? I'm not so sure.
No.
I thought Ogbonna was the better defender. So something needs to happen. I think possibly Ogbonna's got to be taken out of the equation there. We've got to forget all this talk about a 50 million player, a 60 million pound player, and actually do what's best for our defence. And it may be Bueno, who the last time he played was pretty poor, or Declan Rice moves back there, but the defence lost us the game today.
We can't put Declan Rice there. We cannot miss Declan Rice in midfield. Today, I thought Noble was a passenger again. I do think he was a passenger. I think the solution has to be Souček and Rice. That has to be the pairing. And it's got to the point now, Gonzo, we need to start outscoring opponents, because we've conceded 3 today against one of the out-of-form teams in the league. 1 win in 10, second worst away record in Premier League bar Norwich. It's come to our place. And in the second half, we shit our pants. We shit it. We went 3-1 up, and we thought, what do we do now? There was no composure, there was no game plan. It was literally panic stations, just boot the ball. But every time we booted it, it went to a Brighton player and just came back at us. There was no outlet. We had no rest. Our defence was constantly under pressure. At 3-3, right? At 3-3, there was a long wait. There was a long wait for VAR. Now I'm not going to go into VAR here. Okay, we have to trust it was the right decision. Okay, whether it was or not, we don't know. We'll wait for match today. We have to trust it was the right call. But as soon as VAR started, that's where you look at your manager and say, sort something now. It's 3-3.
Yeah.
Get some. You've got a minute while VAR's going. You've got a minute and a half. Talk to your players. Change it. But we didn't change it. From 3-3 onwards, there was only one team in that. It was not West Ham United. I am concerned today massively. We've scored 3 goals. Only one of them I would consider a legit goal.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, the other 2 were gifted. They a bit of luck went out of it. It's very rare you get 2 goals like that in a game. And when you do, and you only come out with 1 point, that's fucking worrying. Because I know they've then got on goals, but that's down to poor communication. That wasn't deflections. Their second one in particular. I never seen the first one. I went to the bar to get a pie because I was hungry.
It was a pie and not a pint, I can confirm.
Because I got stuck in the middle of fucking nowhere for 6 hours getting to this game, so I had no breakfast. I thought, I'm fucking starving, I'm going to go down. So I missed the second goal. But the third goal, Snodgrass's second goal, that was pure luck, because the defender throws himself at it and it comes off his head and goes the other way. That's not an own goal. That is just unlucky for the defender, lucky for Snodgrass kind of thing. But you cannot get 2 goals in your favour and come out with a point. It is not good enough. This is a must-win today.
Let me just interject there. I think David Moyes, an hour and a half after the game, which it possibly is now, is still trying to work out what substitutions he can make to change the game and to win the game. He seemed to have no idea. It was just constantly retreating into an increasingly more defensive position, rather than actually thinking what we're playing is a very poor team. We played Bournemouth earlier on in the season. David Moyes got his first win. We said on these videos, David Moyes is playing against a poor Bournemouth team. I thought today, Geo, we are playing against a poor Brighton team. They were actually there for the taking, and we couldn't actually take them. I mean, that's the worrying thing. We've got bigger fish to fry coming up. We have got massive games coming up. And if we can't beat that mob, who, let's be fair, turned up nervous and accepting of a point, and we had, at 2 different times in the game, a 2-goal advantage on them, and we still couldn't beat them. If we can't beat Brighton when we have got a 2-goal lead on them, honestly, what chance have we got against anyone else?
The worrying thing for me is at 2-2, I point this out to you, because this is not a dig to anyone that doesn't go to games, because I don't go to every game. Gonzo doesn't go to every game. The people around us don't go to every game at the minute. So this is not a dig to those. But sometimes at the game, you just see things differently. And I said to you, look, Antonio is giving Moyes instructions. When Antonio went off, about 10 minutes later, he went up to David. He come out of the dugout, and bear in mind, it's a long walk.
It's a long way.
So he walked over, and I thought, what's Antonio doing here? He went up to Moyes and spoke to Moyes. Immediately, Moyes calls Masuaku over and starts speaking to Masuaku. Clearly, Antonio is on the dugout spotting something that Masuaku is not doing. He's clearly thinking, he's not doing the role I was doing. You need to speak to him. Because when Antonio come off, now the worst thing is, I agree with the Antonio sub.
Yeah, he was knackered.
20 minutes to go, Antonio had his hands on his hips. He was fucked, right? We were 2 goals up. That's where you then have to bring in game management. And I hate using that quote, but it's a thing. You then see out your 2-goal lead. You get your star man off the park. You rest him. You wrap him in cotton wool. You go slightly defensive and you see out the lead. The problem is we took him off the park and didn't see out the lead. We didn't go we did go defensive, but we didn't go defensive cleverly. We went defensively as in, what have you got? Rather than, we're going to go defensively and give you nothing. We're going to give you fucking plenty of opportunities, and if you take one, you're going to score. And that's what Glenn Murray did. VAR or not, that guy had a tap in at the back post, whether it hit his ribs or his hands, it does not matter. He had about 3 touches and put it in the back of the net.
We knew he was going to score, by the way.
It's fucking obvious.
I mean, I just cannot believe what's happening there. I cannot believe the inactivity of David Moyes at that point. What you said about Antonio coming on and having a word with him was absolutely 100% true. All of that set aside, take aside all the complicated football tactics. It's just a basic realisation and an awareness that you're in danger, that we're lacking. David Moyes does not seem to be able to detect danger. And we can't. I know it's early in his tenure, and I know it's early in his stewardship, but you have to bear in mind that we've seen him once before. This is not a brand new manager who has had 5 or 6 games. We have the benefit of seeing him in previous times. He's not a manager that's unknown to West Ham. We know this guy, and it is a real worry how anyone tactically can let a 2-goal lead slip. To then get a 2-goal lead back and then to let it slip again is a real worry. You talk about game management, you can give it any label you want. He should have been able to see that out.
Do you want one?
What is that?
Yeah, you got. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you take that, me old darling. You take that. I won't. I've got to put. Thank you.
You sure?
I am sure. I've got to get home.
We've all got to get home.
God bless you. We've all got to go. We have. No, seriously. I mean, it's just. I just found it totally atrocious.
At 3-3, though, God, so we offered fuck all threat. We didn't leave our half, and when we did, it was so fucking slow. It was like no one wanted the ball. Antonio was the only player today, and Souček. But I'll tell you why Souček looked good. Because he's not shackled by lack of confidence. He's not shackled by what the other 10 are. The rest of them are shackled by something. Lack of confidence, lack of tactics, pressure, whatever you want to call it. They've all got it.
And he's not played for 6 weeks.
Souček don't have that yet. That's why he was running around today. Because he's not depressed. He's not football depressed. He's happy. He's confident. He's running around eager. Our lot, when I say our lot, I mean everyone but Souček. They've got stuff on their shoulders, weights around their ankles. And at 3-3, we barely left our fucking half. I actually thought we were accepting a point. I thought, does someone need...
At the end, we would have died for a point.
Do you know when Antonio went and spoke to Moyes? I wish he took the fucking league table with him and said, look, Dave, look.
We're delighted to be in 18th. We're absolutely fucking delighted. Oh, excuse me, sorry.
Look, Dave, we're going to be 18. 18. You've got a jetty there. Do you want to come on? Do you want to try and get a fucking goal? Because you cannot rely on another deflected strike for goal number 4. You've had luck once, you've had luck twice. That's rare. You're not going to get it 3 times. We had one shot on target in the second half. That was Antonio. Matt Ryan had a piss easy second half. It was all fucking Brighton.
I think we'd be less resigned had we have at half time been 2 goals down to Brighton and then gone on to lose. But to be in a lead and to surrender that is absolutely crazy. It's really hard. And anybody that is now going to plot a theory to how we survive in the Premier League has got to be very creative. You're going to have to really sell that on here, because actually, to make a theory, to make a hypothesis, any hypothesis is based on evidence. And the evidence that we've seen thus far suggests we ain't staying up. You're going to have to be creative, you're going to have to fib, and you're going to have to project that something that we've not seen before is going to happen to West Ham United. You know, it may be the new forward, it may be Bowen. Thank you, John. It may be any of that stuff that happens that makes us survive. But the evidence on what we've seen thus far this season, and certainly what we've seen today, suggests we do not have the bottle for it.
I came into this game, Gonzo, thinking win. I'll be 60% confident we're going to stay up because of the Bowen signing. I think he's got goals, right? Yeah. We set up today, and I said to you at the very start, take out Snodgrass, put in Bowen, and that's what we're going to do for the rest of the season. We've gone 4-3-3. We've drawn today, and like I said in preview, I think we're in deep fucking shit now. Like, I thought we were already in trouble, but now, that was a game we needed 3 points for. A point's not enough. At full time, I saw half the team drop to their knees. Half that team out there in Claret and Blue today knew we fucked up. But in the last 10 minutes, I didn't feel like they wanted the winner. I felt like they thought we cannot lose this. But the games are running out. They're running out. We are 18th right now, bottom 3. Relegation. It's the first time we're in the relegation zone this season. We were in it for about one night, an hour or something when David Moyes first came in, because someone played before us before we played Bournemouth. But we're now in the bottom 3 with City and Liverpool away up next.
Frightening. I mean, that, what you've just said, you could scrap all the rest of this video and your last 2 sentences could be the video. It's absolutely frightening where we find ourselves, the precarious situation we find ourselves in the league and what we have coming up. We are going to have to perform miraculous stuff to stay up, and that's where we find ourselves. We had panic stations. Look, Soychek may turn out to be a good player. Bowen may well turn out to be a good player, but this should have been stuff that happened on the 1st of January and not the 31st of January. Yeah. That's 30 days, that's lots of fixtures and lots of points squandered. It may well be too little too late, my friend.
To put into context today, as you can probably hear in the background, and the fan cams, there's a lot of anger at the start, but I think everyone now is fucking giving up on the anger. We're going to have a damn good time and we're going to make it happen ourselves a little bit.
Go on, you wrap up and I'll pan the camera around.
Check out the fan cams. Thank you for joining us on the review. If you somehow enjoyed this video, drop a like on it. Skiving you around here. Me and Gonzo will be back whenever, at some fucking point. Anyway, take care. Catch you in a bit. Goodbye.